Hey guys, Stephanie with AmericanMuscle.com here with my review of the Ford Boss 302 Strut Tower Brace for 2005 to 2014 GT and V6 Mustangs. The Ford Boss 302 Strut Tower Brace is a great option for those of you out there that would like to have or keep a strut tower brace that will clear a taller intake manifold setup. There are some benefits that a strut tower brace can provide, but unfortunately a lot of times performance mods don't allow you to fit a brace over the motor. This strut tower brace is factory equipped for the Boss 302, so it has to have more clearance to fit over that manifold and still work with the factory hood at the same time. A strut tower brace can make a difference in every car, even a stock car. The brace is for those that are looking to tighten up some of the freedom that the front end has, since a strut tower brace is going to help stiffen the front suspension of the Mustang by providing added support to the strut towers and preventing flex during cornering. This is going to make the chassis more rigid, which will result in better handling because eliminating the flex in the strut tower worked to maintain a flat tire on the ground at all times, giving you as full of a contact patch as possible. So the strut tower brace's job is to keep the strut towers parallel at all times so there's no understeer. This is Ford original equipment, so you can count on it to have an OE fit and finish as well as OE performance. The brace is designed with more of an angle, so it will fit over top of a taller intake manifold setup and still fit under the stock hood. It's a plain brace for a clean and factory-like appearance, and you can see that it's powder coated in nice silver. You're definitely going to notice a strut tower brace anytime you pop your hood, so the fact that this is powder coated is nice because the powder will always keep it looking fresh. And just a little something to keep in mind, since this is already powder coated, you know that you can change the color of the powder if you want to make it pop more, or go with the looks of your car if you've got a show car. Keep in mind that like a lot of other suspension parts, a strut tower brace is going to make a noticeable improvement by itself, even on a completely stock car. But as usual, remember that this is only one component of the suspension, and the improvements of the brace can be even more considerable when you start pairing it with other suspension mods. Once you start making other suspension upgrades, the strut tower brace will work to keep everything tied together and feeling tight and more stable. This means overall more consistent suspension no matter what you're doing with your car. As far as price, this is a Ford OE part, so you can expect to pay a little bit more for it. You're looking at spending about $180 for this brace, but there are some other options on the site for the GT and V6 if that's out of your price range. But they probably won't work with a taller intake manifold, so just keep your setup in mind. I've also seen this brace fit over some top mount supercharger setups as well, so this really is a go-to option for those that want the benefits of a strut tower brace, but need one that clears their setup. One thing I will note though is that this brace won't work on the GT500 cars. If we move on to the install, this is an easy install that anyone is able to tackle by themselves in the driveway or the garage and should take less than an hour to complete, and I'm going to call it a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the scale. You won't need any tools out of the ordinary, just a 13mm socket with a ratchet. The instructions are very easy here. The brace installs with only 4 bolts. That's 2 nuts that are on each side of the strut mount. You just back the nuts off of the studs here and place the brace over the studs. You align the brace by centering the studs in the brace holes, and you want to loosely thread the nuts back onto the studs, and once the brace is aligned, you can fully tighten down the nuts, and that's all it's going to take. I would take the car for a quick test drive to make sure everything feels okay, and then go from there. Wrapping things up here, the Ford Boss 302 Strut Tower Brace is an OE part that works to reduce play in the front end of the car. It's going to stiffen up the front end, and it keeps the strut towers as parallel as possible. It's one of the only options that will fit with a stock hood over a taller intake manifold setup, and that makes it a go-to option for modded cars. And it looks good under the hood too. It's very easy to install, and you can check it out more online right here at AmericanMuscle.com.